Hi, this is Glenn McKenzie from Racebot West Island, and I'm going to be showing a baseball choke variation from knee on belt. Alright, so we're going to go into our standard side control position, the optimal position. Doesn't matter how we got here, we just ended up getting here. Hand underneath the head, other hand underneath the arm, we got a nice gable grip, knees down, solid chest pressure. Everything's good, everything's wonderful for us. But let's say he brings that blade of his arm in and starts pushing against my face, which commonly happens. You can take the pain and keep fighting it, but why? It's a lot easier to kind of go with the flow. So as soon as he starts to get that push going, he starts pushing my head away, I'm just going to transition this arm over and I'm going to switch my direction. So I'll switch over, this hand goes over, and I'm going to turn my hips, putting my knee up against his hip, hand goes underneath, and if I can, if it's gi, try to grab that belt, this really solid grip to have, and now I lean backwards on his shoulder, on his chest, very strong pin. This hand can come up, grab his pant leg, so if Lucas tries to move around, it's a very solid position to have. My knees trapping his hips, my hands controlling his legs, this is controlling his hips as well, and putting good pressure on his back. Also a nice variation from here to take mount if you wanted to, but that's another move for another time. So what's going to happen now is as he starts to kind of stop, as he's been struggling for a little while, I'm just going to take the time here to untuck his gi. Not something that he's really worried about at this point, but it's very easy for me to get off that leg, untuck his gi, and now I'm going to feed it underneath. Now a lot of times what people try to do is they try to transition from here to here, but this isn't a great grip to have at this point. I really want to feed my hand underneath his head and get this lapel. So we're just going to kind of set it up for the future. I like to call it RRSPs. You're setting up for the future over here. So just kind of put that to the side. Gi's generally pretty stiff, doesn't move. Now what we're going to do is we're going to transition back into side control. So nice transition back, heavy on the chest, roll to the side, get your hand underneath the head. He's going to be happy because his hand's still here and he can still start pushing against your head, but as I've turned, the lapel is right there for me to grab. I'm not trying to feed it around his head, which most people see as a danger, and they're going to keep their head nice and tight. It's underneath here. He probably doesn't even know I'm grabbing it. He probably thinks I'm back to gable grip, just because it's a fairly tight grip. So now, as he goes and pushes up against my head, I'm going to use that opportunity to launch up to a nice knee on belly. Now when you do this knee on belly, you want to do it with quite a bit of force. You want to hit center mass so you get that shock where the person wants to bring his hand down and get that knee out. And of course he's going to want to try to escape and get out of there. But what that did was freed up all of his defense over here for me to slide in my hand and get the baseball bat choke. So as that knee, as the hand comes up to defend the knee, I slide my hand, palm towards his face, slide it right down and through, and then I turn my hand. And I'm holding exactly like a baseball bat, so my hand's going in like this hand's here, and I turn it to get that strong grip, the baseball bat choke grip. Slides in around the neck and grab. Now from here, you could try to muscle it and try to finish it from there, but you don't have the right angle for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to dismount from the knee on belly, and I'm going to go knee to knee, really close to his head. Knees touching, and he can't turn away from me. If he tries to turn away from me now, he's just going to end up choking himself, so he's definitely going to turn into you. As he turns in, I can also help him by pulling that up. Now by pulling my arms up, it's giving me room now to drop my elbow. If I were to do it from this position, from flat, from when I was in mount, it's hard to get that nice kind of motion to go down. But when I pull him on his side, I have a good range to finish that choke. So I pull him up by that handle, now I can drop my arm. But we're going to make it even worse. 90% of the time you'll get the choke just from here, but you can turn your body into this and use even less effort by just taking the leg that's closest to your opponent's body and kick it out. As I kicks out, just fall to your side and turn and get the tap. Very, very quickly, using your full body weight on your opponent's neck. Not a fun place to be.